What up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I've been slacking with these videos, man. Like last week, I posted a video. My phone was just eating, but I posted a video. Well, no, I'm sorry. Not was it last week? I don't even know when it was. I think it was like Friday or something. I posted a video that I had did 2 weeks ago. My mind has been all over the place, man. But we back at it. So here we are today. Um, yeah, baby, episode 8, I think. Let me see. No, my head is like all out of whack and everything. I think it's episode 8, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, episode 8. Well, episode 7 got 7 views. But yeah, episode 8. Let's get into it. Facts. So, episode 8. Oh, this is a good one. I don't even need the paper for that. You literally have to be bat shit mentally insane for anything to work. Specifically, a creative endeavor like music or film. You have to be batshit crazy, man. You know what I mean? And it's like even in times where you feel like things aren't working out, you just gotta be crazy, man. Which made me realize that like lately I've felt like lately I felt like this shit is not gonna work. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had that strong feeling, and because of that, coupled with the fact that my financial status isn't great right now, coupled with the fact that I haven't been dropping music, and like I don't know, I feel like when you take time off of something, it's like a double-edged sword because a part of you kind of needs that break and needs that rest, but also at the same time, if you take that rest, there's a fear of, oh damn, what if I don't know how to make music no more? What if I don't do this? What if I fall behind? What if this? What if this? What if this? What if this? And I think I've been stuck in that place recently, and it's just killed my motivation in all areas. Like even like with the album, I haven't written in like probably like 4 or 5 days, which doesn't sound crazy at all. But for someone like me who holds himself to such a high standard, and someone like me who sees himself at the top of the top of the top of the top is top, that feels like an eternity. Not writing for a day feels like an eternity, and I just feel like, oh damn, I messed up. I'm slacking now, even though it's only been like 4 days. No, but yeah, it's like you gotta have that specific mindset to get this shit done. And it's like even with the Artist Way book, oh, I have not been reading that book because let me be honest with you, personally, I think that book was good for what I used it for in the beginning. And now it's kind of starting to get boring if I'm being completely honest with you. You know what I mean? It's like I want to read books and I want to take in information that gets straight to the point. Straight to the point. And I just feel like the Artist Way doesn't really do that. It kind of just like not lollygags, but it kind of like fluffs everything up for you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting straight to the point. Like I started reading this book right here, which I'm actually, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, which I'm actually, and I just dropped a bunch of my books. Fuck it, whatever, I'll get it later. But this book right here, The Hidden Power, How to Unleash the Power of Your Subconscious Mind by James Van Fleet. This book right here gets straight to the point. I like books that get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? And this book kind of reinforces the bulletin 8 that I said you kind of have to be insane to get this done, because it's like, if you can convince yourself, if no, I'm not gonna say if you can convince yourself, if you can convince your subconscious mind that you are the biggest artist, that you're bigger than Michael Jackson, you bigger than Kanye, you bigger than Jay-Z, if you can convince your mind of that, and your mind is dead set on that mentality, you will get to that point. Michael Jackson has said in interviews how, you know, back when he was young, he would literally look in the mirror and tell himself, you will have the biggest album in the world. You will have the biggest album in the world. You will have the biggest album ever. You will have the da 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 da, so on and so forth. And a couple of years later, he drops Thriller, the biggest album ever. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, when you know how to work with your mind and program yourself, nothing is too insane for you. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because I'm not going to say who the artist is, but I have a song that I made recently with an open verse for an artist that I hold to a very high standard. You know what I'm saying? An artist who's shaped how I craft my work, and you know, who's been a crazy instrumental person in this entire journey. And of course, when I look at my circumstances right now, you know what I'm saying? My logical mind is telling me, bro, like, what are you doing? You're never gonna get a verse from this guy. Like, why are you even wasting your time on that? But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get a verse from this person. That's why I left that for that song. I left the verse open. You know what I'm saying? And I'll play you out a song too. I'll play you the song. I'll play the song. But the second verse is open specifically for this person, and I'm gonna leave it like that because I know I'm gonna meet this guy again, and I know that I'm going to tell him, yo, like, what's up, bro? Listen to this song. Listen to my tape. Listen to, you know what I'm saying? And I know he's gonna like it. He's gonna fucking love it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta have that level of insanity. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you're doing shit and you're making things for something that you don't even know is gonna happen or not. I have a if I I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna show you who it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But if I pulled up my Untitled app, because that's where I keep most of my songs and everything, like my unreleased songs and projects and shit, you will see it says the name of the song featuring that person on my album. That's delusional as fuck. That's as delusional as it gets. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker doesn't even know I exist. So it's like, that's just he doesn't even know I have that. That's as delusional as it fucking gets, bro. You know what I mean? But I know that it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? If I could tell myself that in my head and program myself and be dead set on the fact that I will get that verse from this man, I'm gonna get that fucking verse. I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I have to put in the extra work and the extra time. When the universe sees that you want something, it's going to give you exactly what you want, especially if you're putting in the work to get that done. The universe will give me what I want. The universe will give me, you know, the resources I need to make the music that I want to make. The universe will give me the recognition and you know, the status that I want. You know what I'm saying? The universe will give my music to everybody, and the universe will give me that verse from this specific artist. And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta be a you gotta be delusional, man. You have to be. You have to. You have to. Like, bruh, I draw. What book is that in? I drew. I gotta find a notebook. But I drew a freaking a like a Coachella set. You know what I'm saying? What notebook did I put that in? I don't even know what notebook I put that in. If I can find it, I'll show y'all. I don't even know. Yeah, if I can find this notebook. That's weird. Oh wait, I'm tripping. I got it right here. I got it right here because I forgot. I ripped it out of the notebook. Here we go. Completely forgot. But yeah, this is how insanely delusional I am. This is how insanely delusional. I drew a stage design for when I perform at Coachella. It don't get no more delusional than that. I drew two of them of how I want it, how I want the lighting, the pyrotechnics, the smoke, dancers, the mosh pit, just the what do you call it? The jumbotrons and stuff. Like, mind you, I only have like 3 Spotify listeners, and I'm already over here drawing a stage design for Coachella. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's a level of delusion that most people don't have. Because it's like, when you reach that point, and this is just natural for every single human being on the face of the planet. It's like, when you reach that point where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm going to get this feature with this artist, and oh, now we at 8 monthly listeners. I had 7 before. Now we at 8. You can't see that, but yeah. Now we at 8. But yeah, when you get to that point where, you know, you're doing stuff like this and you're making songs to feature big artists on, your conscious mind is going to hit you with logic. Your conscious mind is going to tell you, bro, you only have 8 monthly listeners. You barely drop any fucking music. Nobody's listening to your shit like that. And you're over here drawing a stage design to perform in front of like 50, 60,000 people. Bro, come on, get fucking realistic. That's what my conscious mind is telling me. You understand what I'm saying? Because my conscious mind doesn't see all of this stuff. It sees what's right in front of me. It sees all of this. But my subconscious mind can see it all. You understand what I'm saying? I can close my eyes right now. And it's funny, I do this every night. Every night before I go to sleep, I do this. I made like this little mantra recording that I put together. I took like different clips from interviews, like Michael Jackson and this other guy that does content for social media, but he does like affirmations and stuff like that. So I took some of Michael's stuff, some of his stuff, and then I threw my own little spin in there. And it's just a recording of just affirmations that I listen to every night before I go to sleep. And before I go to sleep, I'll listen to those, close my eyes, and literally envision myself on stage, interacting with the crowd. I'll close my eyes and envision the crowd. Ori, Ori, Ori. I hear it in my fucking head, bro. I close my eyes and I see the crowd, see the smoke, see the lighting, see the phone lights, see the mosh pits. I see it. You understand what I'm saying? I see the stage designs that I want. I see it all. I just can't see it. I don't know if that makes sense. I see it, but I can't see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have a strong, strong, strong mind in order for you to take those logic thoughts and take those, oh, bro, what are you doing? You wasting your time. Get them out of here. Because, I mean, realistically speaking, they're never going to go anywhere. They'll always be there. It's your fucking ego. It's like, it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But you need to learn how, like when you're listening to the radio and you hear a song that you don't like, change the motherfucking station. When you're listening to music and a song pops up that you don't like, press skip. Done. Until you reach something that you like. Which, in my case, is this right here. You understand what I'm saying? I do this shit every night. Even with my little eight monthly subscribers on Spotify and my little however many subscribers I got on YouTube. Even with the circumstances I have now, I'm still able to close my eyes. To close my eyes and go from, you know, seeing 8 people with my logic mind and my obvious eyes and whatnot, my see the real world, go from 8 people, I can close my eyes and go to 80,000 people. You see what I'm saying? That is that level of delusion that you need. Otherwise, it's not going to work. If your subconscious mind cannot see it, it's not going to work at all. You know what I mean? And I've noticed that even when I have moments of, damn, I ain't been writing, damn, I ain't been dropping, I ain't been reading, I ain't been posting videos, I ain't been, even in those moments, there's still, it's like when I get to the point where I just don't want to do shit anymore. Like just the other day, I had a fucking thought, yo, I'm about to sell, excuse me, all my music equipment and just get a day job. Like that thought popped up into my head the other day because I was depressed. You know what I'm saying? I had a very low moment the other day, and I was just laying in my bed like fuck, man. It's just damn, bro. I don't know what to do no more. Like, should I keep doing this? Should I go to California? Should I stay in New York and just live my life like how I'm living it now and just get a regular job and you know what I'm saying? Just make a lot of money off of that. But then it's like there's always that little tiny, tiny voice. And this tiny, tiny voice, and it's funny because the shit that I say in my head, like, oh, should I quit? Da, 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 should I sell my stuff? That's the loudest voice ever. But there's always this tiny, tiny voice in my head that says, you better not quit. And that's stronger than anything. That tiny voice has the most impact, and that big voice that says, "Oh yeah, just quit, bro. It's not even worth it no more." It's weak. It has no power. In the moment, it has power, but if we're talking about a grand scheme and a long run type of situation, that tiny tiny voice that says, "Yeah, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You better not quit this shit," has the most power in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? And like it's gotten to a point where like even in this book it says like if you can when you convince your mind and you convince your subconscious to get something done for you, it will get it done for you no matter how, no matter, it will get it done for you some way somehow. And I have to train myself, and I started working on this the other day. I have to train myself to where when something doesn't go right in my life, music wise, um, or something happens that just makes me feel like damn, fuck, man, like I don't even know if I want to do this. There's a few words that I've came up with for myself. That anytime something negative happens, I always tell myself this, and these words are: trust the process, baby boy. I don't know where the baby boy came from. Literally, bro, it was just I was having a fucked up time the other day, like a fucked up moment, and I just heard this voice say, "Trust the process, baby boy. Trust the process, baby boy. Trust the process, baby boy." You know what I'm saying? And like yesterday, I had a job interview, and I went over there, and I didn't have, I guess, the proper credentials that I needed to move forward with the interview. So in that moment, I was like, damn, I just came all the way out here. I was almost there to get a good job so I could save up money and get the hell out of New York and finally go to California. But then I got hit with that. And I remember walking out of the building and I was just telling myself, trust the process, baby boy. Trust the process. We already know what you want. Just trust the process. This is a part of it. Trust it. So now it's like that's the stage that I'm at right now. Is that no matter what happens, good or bad, I don't even really care what it is, good or bad, trust the mother process. Just trust the process. Trust the process and be delusional. Be insane. Think of ideas that if you showed it to somebody, they'd look at you like, bro, are you fucking crazy? Yes, bitch, I'm fucking crazy. Excuse my language. I hope YouTube doesn't feel a type of way about that. But yeah, I'm crazy. You absolutely right, I'm crazy. Simple as that. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, it's like I don't see myself in 10 years not doing music at the highest level. I just don't. I can't. When I close my eyes and I try to picture myself doing anything else other than music 10 or not even 10 yet, 5 years from now, I can't picture it. It's just blank. It's black. I can't. My mind is not prepped for that. My mind is not prepped for what if it doesn't work out? That's not where my mind is at. I don't see that. 10 years from now, 10 years from now, I'm not even going to say anything. 5 years from now, this is what I see. This right here. This is what I see. Performing on the biggest stages. That's what I see. Because guess what? If Kanye fucking West can perform on a planet Earth in front of 80,000 people, why can't I? Kanye is almost 50-something years old. You understand what I'm saying? And he's at the highest heights of his career right now. I'm 28. Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that even sooner than 50 years old? You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what I see. I don't see anything else other than this. You understand what I'm saying? Other than me walking on the stage and people just in awe, you know what I'm saying? Like, me making someone's night because they got a chance to see me perform for them, perform their favorite song. You know what I'm saying? A guy went on a date, brought his shorty or brought his date to my concert, got lucky at the end of the night or had a good, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I see. I don't see myself clocking into a fucking day job, bro. It's just, it's not in my blood. Anybody that knows me can tell you that. That's just not in my blood. That's not, nah. I don't see myself doing that. With a pension and a retirement fund, and no shade to anybody that has that. I just want to say that. But I'm just saying for me, like, I don't see myself in that area. You know what I'm saying? I see myself in a fucking Maybach. Simple as that. I see myself, you know what I'm saying, at Met Gala. Or I see myself on the little Calvin Klein billboard. Well, not little, it's a pretty big billboard, but the Calvin Klein billboard in Soho on Broadway. That's how I see myself. When I close my eyes, that's what I see. I don't see, what if this doesn't work out, or, damn, shit's not going right. Like, I see that sometimes, but a majority of the time, that's what I see. This is what I see right here. Look at this. This is my screensaver. Look at this. You see who the fuck that is? You see who that is? You see who that is? That's me. That's me on stage. I see the outfits. I see everything, bro. This is what I see. I don't see no fucking day job, bro. Get the hell out of there with that shit, man. You crazy, bro. Some way, somehow, this motherfucking shit is gonna work. Because guess what? I made a commitment to myself. I have a letter right here that I wrote to myself. I think I may have shown this on whatever. I'll show it again. I have a letter right here. I don't know. I completely forgot what I wrote in this letter, but I wrote it. Oh, wow. Damn, I wrote this a minute ago. February 24th, 2026. It's almost 2 months ago. I don't even remember what I wrote in this letter, but I know there's a letter in here that's speaking to myself that made it. This letter is speaking to that version of me right there. This letter is speaking to that version of me right there. You see him? Beautiful, right? This letter is speaking to that. And this letter says, if you're opening this letter, that means you did it. Congratulations. Congratulations. So when I feel like in my heart and in my soul and in my spirit that I've reached the point, or I'm almost at that point that I've dreamt about, I'm going to open this letter. And shit, I may even save this motherfucking letter for when I win a Grammy. And this will be my Grammy speech. When I win Grammy for either best new artist or album of the year, or this is my Grammy speech right here. Hope I ain't write no crazy shit in there, but that's my Grammy speech. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you gotta be, I might say illusional. You gotta be insane. You gotta be delusional. You gotta be fucking crazy. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get nowhere, and you're gonna stay exactly where you at, and you're gonna listen to everybody else who was scared to dream. And it's funny. I hate the word dream. I don't have a dream. I have a destination. I have a goal. I hate that word. You know, I'm working towards my dream. Because guess what? When you're dreaming, you're sleeping. And when you're awake, you're working and you're thriving and you're moving towards your goals. Don't sleep. Wake the fuck up. Let's get it. Let's grind. Be delusional and get your shit done. Love you.